Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh my God, are you late?
Uh, I in the morning today I get up early, so at 7:30, I think that I will sleep a little bit. I will take a nap, but I overslept until now.
I think I've done that before.
You've done that before?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I've slept right through a lesson.
Right. Between two lessons, you sleep.
Well, if I have a long time. So I practice in your evening and in your morning, right? So there's a long period between those two, which is the afternoon for me. And I don't have many students. I have things. Yesterday I had interviews with volunteers and stuff, but often I don't have to be on my computer in the afternoon. So yeah, sometimes I have a sleep. Today was not one of those days.
Uh, I usually I usually take a nap when I feel when I have time and when I feel tired during the day.
If I
Okay.
slept when I was tired, I'd be asleep right now. Do you mind if I have a nap now?
Um, I, Now it's 9 p.m. Your time already, but I have never seen you sleepy.
Really? Oh, well, that's good. That's good theater then. So how are you?
I just not really wake up yet. Okay. Okay. I don't know.
um,
I have feeling that I'm still sleeping.
is it cooler now or is it still really hot?
It's cooler now because it's rain. It's rain yesterday. It rains sometime. Sometimes it's rain. It's just about 10 minutes or 15 minutes raining. Usually like that a day.
Yeah, but it'll
Yes.
be hot in 2 hours, right? It will be hot in a few hours.
Yes, maybe yeah, at noon it will be hot, but not really hot because it's rain. But if it's sunny for 2 or 3 days, it's really hot. But now it has rain already, so the weather is cooler than.
So, does anyone like hot weather in your country?
No, it's really hot and many people don't like it. Yes, and it's really hot and I don't like it too. I don't like really hot, but I like summer because it's light early, and I'm not as lazy as winter.
It gets light early. What do you mean?
It's I like at maybe at 5:30 or 6. It's totally light. It doesn't dark anymore.
But it
It
still gets
isn't.
dark. It still gets dark at night, right? 6 o'clock.
Yes, in winter. In winter. Now, now in summer it's totally light at 6 o'clock.
Oh, at night it's light at 6 o'clock.
At night, you mean 9 p.m.?
Night, Night, night.
Yes, yes, of course, it's still dark.
No, but what time does it get dark in the summer?
Okay, it's about 6:30 to 7. like that.
Right.
It starts to get dark. Yes. And yes,
What
in the
about
morning. Yes.
in the winter? What time does it get dark in the winter?
Maybe 5:30. 5:30. It's get dark. 5:30.
Right.
So
And in the
early.
summer,
Yes.
5:30 in the winter and 7:30 in the summer.
6:30. 6:30 in the summer.
So it's a
7.
1 hour difference.
Yes. Yes.
Here,
So
it's 4 hours winter and
different.
summer.
Really?
Now, it will be summer begins in 1 month in Canada. Summer begins on June 21st. It's when the sun is at the highest point in the sky here, and it is the longest day of the year, and it will not get dark until about 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
9:30, 10 o'clock. But in the winter, it gets dark. In December, it gets dark at about 5 or 5:30. So there's a 4 or 5 hour difference in light between the winter and the summer in Canada.
Yes. Yes. So it's so difficult if it doesn't get dark, right? Get dark?
No, no, everybody likes the light, right? People hate.
But yes.
December is cold and dark in December. Nobody likes December.
But everyone, yeah. But for me, like if it is still light like that, I don't want to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep.
You don't sleep at 10 o'clock. You don't sleep. You don't sleep at 10 o'clock, so that's fine, right?
Yes. But sometimes I sleep earlier.
You sleep earlier? How can you sleep earlier? You have students.
No. Yeah. I like on weekend like that. On weekend I often yes.
Oh, on the weekend you like, oh.
Yes.
Is that your favorite thing? Is that your favorite thing to do, to sleep?
I like sleeping and eating.
Oh yeah, I can tell you're very fat. Fat. Oh my God.
I try my best. You see, I'm fatter than I think
Fatter than what?
my face.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like this.
I see I'm faster than.
Fatter than what?
Faster than I am in the past.
Oh, fatter than you are in the past. Right.
And I don't want to be fatter than, but like the way I is the way I eat is it's not good. Yes, I eat anything I want. I eat a lot of candy.
Oh, I see.
Yes, I eat candy
and noodles, right?
like I usually eat junk food and unhealthy food
Why?
because it's easy to eat. It's yummy and it doesn't need I needn't cook.
So you don't cook because you don't like to cook, you don't know how to cook, or you don't have time to cook.
I like to cook, but I don't have time to cook, and like I have time, but not the right time. Like when yes, like my family often cook at 10:30 or 11. and 5:30, 5:30. Yes, I mean 10:30 or 11 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Yes, but at that time I usually busy and I'm lazy.
You're lazy? What do you mean you're lazy?
I'm lazy to cook. It's a long time I don't cook, so I'm lazy to cook. But cook for myself is okay. I usually cook breakfast for myself, but
What do you
I don't cook for everyone in my
what do you cook?
family. I often cook noodle, or I often make a.
Noodles. Wow.
I cook
Do
I
you know how to make do you know how to use a rice cooker too?
rice cooker.
Yeah, you know
Yes,
how to make
of
a
course.
rice. Yeah. So
I can.
your two
No,
best
no, no, no.
the things you do best are noodles and rice, right?
No, I can cook many things, but I don't cook. You know,
What can you cook?
I can uh, I can dry or dry, right?
I don't know. Fry?
Yes, I can fry egg, tofu, pork.
You
Yes,
can you can fry an egg.
yes.
I can fry an egg. I think
Okay.
most people can fry an egg. So you know how to use a rice cooker. You know how to use a rice cooker. You know how to boil noodles, and you can fry an egg.
and
You
fry
are
pork.
you're the number one wife. Everyone wants to marry you. She's such a great wife. You can fry an egg.
I never worry. My husband, my boyfriend can cook very well, so I don't worry.
The modern Vietnamese woman. My husband will do it.
Yes,
You've
but if
learned the
yes,
best the best tricks of the Western women. You get the men to do the work.
but my boyfriend said that in the future, if you don't know how to cook, he will cook with me, or if he doesn't stay at home, I can follow some tip on the internet. So I never worry about that.
How long has he been your boyfriend?
What?
How long has he been your boyfriend?
Over 1 year, but I know
Uh,
him when I was a kid. I know
uh,
and I play with him when I was a kid until now. When I was a kid, and yes, I've been with my friend for from yeah 1 year and 1 year and 1 month.
and how did you get him to be your boyfriend? How did you trick him?
How did I cheat him?
How did you trick him into being your boyfriend?
You mean cheat or cheat?
Whoops. How did you trick him?
Check.
How did you trick him into being your boyfriend?
You love me first. You cheat me.
You cooked him yummy food, right?
No, no, I never cook for him.
I hope not.
I have, I have never cooked for him. I have never, yes, I have never cooked for him. But I, like, like many boys love me, not only him.
Many boys love me. Oh, Boone, I love you. Oh, Boone, I love you.
Many boys love me. Yes. Oh, many boys that love me, and um, many boys love me at that time. But after I love my boyfriend, some of them they still love me. But uh, I don't know. Maybe I'm a person like I really good at I really good
At
in the
fried,
church.
at fried eggs, right? You're really good at fried eggs. That Boone, she can fry an egg.
Oh my God, you are so fun. Yeah, I know many men love women because she can cook well, right?
That's not a problem for you.
I cannot do many things.
Oh, make me another egg, please.
I don't know. I sometimes ask my boyfriend that why you love me. I can. I'm not a good. I'm really good. I'm not a really good girl, and there are many other girls outside.
And
And
he said, well, it's the way you cook rice. It's the way you cook rice. That's what it is.
I told him that I'm not good at cooking already. Even I don't know how to cook rice now because a long time I don't cook it, and I
You
don't
put it
know.
in a rice, put it in a rice cooker and you turn the rice cooker on. It's not difficult.
Yeah, but it's sometimes like I need to familiar with the rice because the rice in my hometown is different.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
it's need a lot of water, sometimes it's not. So like my dad, he cook, but he usually burn.
So he taught you how to cook, right?
My
Your
father?
father, your father taught you how to cook, right?
No. You know, when I was student, I totally cook for myself.
Yeah, you cook noodles.
No, no, I'm not cook noodle. Yes, I cook noodle a lot, but not totally noodle. And
Well, sometimes you fried an egg.
maybe I fry egg and boil egg every day.
You
Because
were too
my
busy. You were too busy running away from the boys who were after you, right?
too busy.
You were too busy running away from the boys to cook.
What do you mean?
They were chasing you.
Uh, you mean when I was a student?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No. At that time, yes, had some boy loves me, but not all, not many. Only when I graduated. But when I graduated, many boys chased me, like they want to love me. But at that time, I think I will love my boyfriend, and my boyfriend uh, at that time, my boyfriend start love me too. So like I used to love somebody, but I usually think about my studying, my
You were busy.
studying.
You were busy with school.
Yes, yes, I am busy with school. So I have never loved anyone truly as my boyfriend now. Yes, I just love as um, like sometimes I see my friends. Sometimes I feel I see my friends has boyfriend and they do exercise together. They go to school together or something like that. I really like it, but and I feel lonely. I feel lonely when I see them, and I want to have boyfriend. And has a boy in an English club in my university. He uh, he see that I really like English, and I'm really confident to speak English. Even my English is not good, but I'm really confident because I know that if I am I think that if I am confident to speak, like I will have more opportunity to talk with others. So even my English is not good, but I speak English so much in an English club. So so maybe he loves me, but he didn't express that he loves me. He usually take me to school and take me back, like back on foot. He go to my rental room to go to school with me and go back with me, went back with me like that. But I have never loved anyone truly as my boyfriend.
What does truly mean?
Like I in the past, I just think that I just love to have a person, a com, companion, right?
Mm.
Yes. But now, I think I will love to my boyfriend to be a husband. Like
What's the difference?
I will get married with him.
What does that mean?
Like I will with my boyfriend, I will show all of my weakness or my strength, my thinking, my opinion, my life with him. But with a boy, I just want to have a companion. I just show my strength. I uh, I avoid I avoid to be too close with him like that. Yes, and yeah, and I still focus on some other things and maybe some other boys.
Maybe some boy.
But now I just love only my boyfriend. I don't love anyone.
I see. And how did you make up your mind? How did that happen?
How does it happen?
Yeah, how did you say, oh, he's the one?
With him?
Yeah, how did you decide that he's the one?
You mean what characteristic, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
You mean how like why I choose him?
Yeah.
First, he is.
How did you decide to choose him? Not you, not you, not you, you.
I have never seen him angry.
You've never seen him angry? Hmm, interesting.
He's he's really gentle, especially with me. and no, but he's like he not really like he one thing I disagree with him that he like many things, many things. Many reasons why I chose him. Like he never angry and with me, and he is never he's same religion with me. He's near my house, and maybe his thinking is quite good. It's open. It's modern. He's really respect my opinion, and he sometimes he disagree, but he usually respect me first, so it doesn't get me angry. I really easy to get angry, but not easy with him because he really understand me, and he usually and like he usually respect the way he speak with me like that, the way he behave with me, like yeah, and he think really deeply when he decide anything, when he has any decision, and I'm not a person like that. So I think I need him to think for me. Okay. And he's, yeah, he's quite handsome. A little short. He's shorter than me a little bit.
He's shorter than you. You're already short. How can he be shorter than you?
Okay, he's just 1 meter 50. I'm 1 meter 55. 1 meter 50. Did I show you his picture with you? I sometimes don't think that he is a good person for me.
Why?
But like, like I usually forgot after that.
Sorry?
When you remember that once you asked me that does he often go out with his friends? You
Right.
remember? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, before that, I don't care. But after you asked me that, I I usually I usually think he spent a lot of time with his friends, and sometimes he doesn't spend a lot of time with me. Like he just have a holiday for 4 days, but yes, but he doesn't spend any time with me. He spend all time with his friends and his family. And at that time, I get angry with him. I don't like him.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yes, but
Uh-oh.
before that, he still asked me like he want to have football match with his friend, and then we had a party, and then he drank, and then he couldn't go back home.
Uh-oh.
But that was the first time I uh, I see that he couldn't go back home because of anger.
Because of anger?
Yes, anger. Yes, dear anger.
Huh?
Ankle, right?
And he hurt his ankle?
Yes. He no, he drank he drank ankle, right?
Oh.
Okay, so he drank too much. Yes,
Uh-huh.
so he couldn't come back home because of ankle. So when I call him, when I call him,
He was hung over.
what is hungover?
when you have too much to drink, the next day you don't feel very well and you are hung over.
Okay, I see. Hungover. Yes. Mhm. Yes, he was a hungover, and I don't talk with him anymore. But when I didn't talk with him, he didn't answer. He didn't talk with me too. Maybe after 1 week.
When was this? Sorry, when was this?
Many times. Sometimes maybe when I from when I love him until now, maybe 4 or 5 times like that. But not but the nearest time is because he drank alcohol, because he was hangover. Yes. So I keep silent with him, and once another, just in a holiday from uh, the 1st of May and the 30th of, yeah, yes. And once I was in Dalat, I traveled with my friend in Dalat, and I know my boyfriend doesn't like uh, a sexy girl or something like that, but I wear uh, like my style. My style is I want to wear like that when I travel. My style a little sexy, like it doesn't. I don't think it's sexy. It's totally normal. But my I asked my boyfriend that I know he doesn't like it, but I still ask my boyfriend that what do you think about this style? And he say, look, like look terrible, and I am a terrible girl, or like that. How can I say that is a slang in Vietnam? Miss, like I'm sorry, I'm set look for dictionary. Yeah, he feel some bad things from me, so I he say that like I look terrible. It means he told me that I look terrible, and
Didn't, didn't you tell me that he was always gentle with you?
yeah.
Telling you look terrible is not a gentle thing to say.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah,
I
it
just
is,
asked, yes,
it is true.
but like the way he speak to me is not angry. He speak like normal.
Oh, boom, you look terrible.
No, I asked him that, hey, what do you think about this time? He said, it looked terrible.
Well, that's a very nice way to
You
put
are
it.
terrible. Yes, he said, you are terrible with this style. And like I stopped talking and I turned off my phone. And I don't want to talk with him anyway. And
Uh-huh.
all of my trip in Dalat, just one day and the second day he told me that, and I didn't talk with him. And after when I came back, he sent me a message that like after 2 or 3 days, I and him didn't talk together, and and he didn't talk together, and he knows that I will come back home at that day. So he told me like uh, take a taxi, take a taxi to back. Like don't call a motorbike driver. Right? Yes, he like uh, I usually go back by motorbike. So it saves money, but it's dangerous because I have my friend too. So my boyfriend sent me a message after 3 days didn't talk together. My friend tell me send me a message like take a taxi, don't take a motorbike. And I say okay, but still some long days, maybe some 4 or 5 days, and he didn't talk together. And he say that he explained me some days he explained me that uh, he doesn't want I to love him. So mm, I to love him. So because of one small things, and I will get angry with him for a long time like that. I don't know. I share a lot with my best friend, but he still agreed with me. I don't think that I am I am right or not. But sometimes I really sad. He usually has different opinion with me, but like really he like that. Really, I don't know why I love him anymore.
Well,
What do you think
I
about him?
sounds like a Vietnamese man to me.
He's kind of Vietnamese man.
Yep, yep. If I don't get my way, then I'm going to be nasty about it.
Yes, I worry that now he loves me. He will like most of the time he's gentle with me, but after marriage he changed. He turned back. Yes, I'm scared of that. Now just sometimes he is bad, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh, not a good sign. Not a good sign.
What should I do now, Mr. Roger?
Well, there's guys all over the place who want to love you. So what's the problem?
Can you speak again?
I said there are guys all over who want to love you. So what's the problem? You can pick whatever you want. Be
Like
there.
I don't really truly understand them.
No, you never will. You never will. But be very, very, very careful because you know that in your country, when you get married, it's very hard to get divorced. Your parents will say no, his parents will say no, everybody where you live will say no, and they don't care what you think. No one cares what you think.
Yes,
I
I
know,
know.
I know women in your country who are like 40 years old, 35 years old, who are not happy. And I say, well, why did you get married? And they say, my mother wanted me to get married. His mother wanted me to get married. My neighbors wanted me to get married. And now they're not happy.
Mhm.
And to get a divorce is such a big problem in your country. You have to talk to your mother and you have to explain it to your mother. And your mother is never going to agree with you, ever. Because all of your neighbors are going to say, oh my God, your daughter got divorced? What is the matter with your family? So when you make the choice, you better be very, very sure, because it's very hard to change that choice after you've made it.
Yes. I many
You're,
times. Yes.
you're
Times.
22, you're 22 years old. You don't need to get married for another 10 years. What's the hurry?
Yes. I
What's the, why do you have to get married this year? Why?
because of my boyfriend.
What do you mean? Because you mean he said you have to get married this year?
No, like he said, he's he asked me to get married last year already, but
Right?
mm, but I don't have enough condition following my religion. Religion
You don't have what?
condition. Like I need to study. I need to have a certificate in. I need to have certificate in the. I need to study to have a certificate. Like I have enough marriage condition
Right,
following my religion. Yes,
right.
and I need to learn by heart all of this book. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yes, words by words, word by words, all of this book before I married. So I don't marry until, and he said that his parents are weak. So he's the youngest boy in his family. So
Yeah.
if he doesn't get married, maybe his parents will pass away early. So and cannot take care of him, cannot worry for his wedding anymore. So so he really wants to get married in this year.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
And I
That,
don't know.
that's that's the reason. Is that a good enough reason to get married this year? His parents aren't getting married. You are getting married, not his parents, you.
Yes.
They are going to die, and you're going to be left with the decision you made long after they're gone.
Yes.
If you are not 100% sure, then don't do it.
Yes. I I sometimes I really want to stop loving him because I really angry. But my sister, my older sister, and my younger sister, and some of my family members say that I'm not a perfect girl.
You know, I've heard these arguments made to young Vietnamese women over and over and over again. Oh, your husband beats you. Well, you know, lots of husbands beat their wives. That's just your life. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's how everybody's marriage goes. That is like, how can you say that to somebody, right? I know women whose friends and family say that to them. They're not the person who's being abused, right? So don't tell me how I'm supposed to feel about my life. And it's not about whether you're perfect or not. It's about whether you are comfortable or not, whether you are sure or not. I will tell you something. I asked about his friends because many women marry men thinking he will change. He will be what I want him to be.
Yeah.
That never, ever, ever, ever happens. Never happens. Men do not become what you want them to be.
Yes.
So forget that idea because it has never happened, right? So that's why I asked, well, what does he do with his friends? I know women who say, you know, I never see my husband. He's always somewhere else. He's with his friends. And I say, why did you get married? What was the point of getting married, right? If you were never going to see the guy, why would you get married to him, right? The guy who walked you to class at least walked you to class, right? You get married, your husband won't even pick you up on his bike. Oh my God, and you're not even married yet. What do you think is going to happen when you get married? Well, that's your problem. I don't care. No, you can't wear those clothes. You can't wear those clothes. Those look terrible. Trouble, 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 trouble. But it's your life. I wouldn't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. People do not change. They often get worse, not better.
Oh.
Oh no. But you have to do what makes you happy, right? And if that's what makes you happy, good. That's what makes you happy.
I know.
But be very careful. Because
I don't think like,
live,
yes.
you will live with this for the rest of your life. Not for a week, not for a year, not for 5 years, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. How many old women do you know who are happy with their life? 1, 2, not very many. But you have a choice. You can make a choice. You are smart, you're independent, you make money for yourself. You don't need to depend on somebody, right? So don't trade that for something else. You can make your own life. You can do what you want to do, what you want to do, not what someone else wants you to do, what you want to do.
Yes. Thank you. Whenever I and he get angry to each other, I remember that he never says sorry with me. But I usually the person who proactive because to ask him that does he really love me like that. But like I don't know.
You're looking for a kind of love which does not really exist in your country. A few years ago, I was in Hanoi, and there was this organization called Volunteer House Vietnam, which was a very, very successful group that didn't last for more than a couple of years. And they did charity work in Saigon, in Da Nang, and Hanoi. It grew quite rapidly, and I still talk to the woman who started it. She has just returned home after doing her master's degree in the United States. One night I was in Hanoi, and I went out with a group of young people who were part of this group because they wanted to meet the foreigner and have a conversation. And the subject turned to love. And one of the young women was saying how she wanted to be in love and she wanted a boyfriend and a husband who loved and respected her. And I said, you know, you're in the wrong country. You know that, right? Because respect and love are not part of the thinking of men in your country. That is not what they want. They want someone to take care of the house, to take care of the children, to cook the meals, and to do whatever else they want them to do. That is what a Vietnamese man is looking for. There are some young Vietnamese men who are different, but not many. So if you want to have a traditional life of being a servant to a man, and having children who you have to take care of. If you want to trade your independence, your teaching, and the satisfaction you get from that to become the slave of some man, then knock yourself out. But I think you will be very unhappy, because that's not you. That's not what you want.
Yeah.
So many of the women that I talk to, the women who are, 35 or 40 years old, when I talk to them about this subject, oh my God, they're all so unhappy with their husbands. It's like, oh, Jesus. One of them sent me a note the other day after we talked. I talked to her 3 times a week. She's a doctor. She's a very, very smart woman. She has her master's degree, very, very accomplished, very smart, and just is so unhappy in her marriage. And she said, when I talk to you, I think I need to get a divorce. And I'm not advocating people get a divorce. I don't, I have had a divorce. I did not want to get a divorce.
Yes.
What I want less than that, or what I want, is women to actually be happy and to believe in themselves. Women do not need to be a slave or a servant to some man, right? I totally disagree with how women are treated in your country. I hate it. It's wrong and it's stupid. So if I think you are headed to that, I would be very unhappy. I would be very unhappy because you're a smart, smart person. And that is not the life you should have. Just not the life you should have. You have so much potential. You have so much ability. So to give all of this up, you say you haven't accomplished much. You have accomplished a lot. I have a lot of respect for what you do, because you're doing something that most women in your country wouldn't even try to do what you're doing. You are so creative and so inventive in what you do. You're so different from all of the young people I know.
Thank you.
It's true.
I hope.
No, it's true. I know lots of young women your age who all just want to teach at a school, right? Oh God, I want to get a teaching job at a school, a primary school where they'll make $200 a month for the rest of their lives, teaching 50 children in a classroom that's 40 degrees, and that's their idea of their life, right? Oh my God, just blow my brains out. You were doing something different. I don't think you understand how different and important what you're doing is. You are proving that it's possible to do what you're doing. No,
okay, thank you.
Go back to sleep now.
Yes, I still have class now. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.